Hey guys, episode 181 of the Running Journey. I'm Rob Tatro, August 6, 2026. 3 parts to this episode. First off, we're going to have a chat with Phil Marcoux, which is day 13 of the Running Journey. And Charlie and I are going to recap a little bit the Running Journey. Charlie asked me some questions. We're going to introduce a new sponsor. We have our first ever sponsor for the show. I'll introduce him right now. This episode brought to you by Altitude Sport. It is a Canadian company based in Montreal. They do online shopping, running, camping, hiking, brand, running wear, gear and apparel, all sorts of stuff. We talk about it later. We talk about Charlie's race. We end up going down a bit of a rabbit hole about shoes in this episode. And we go down a rabbit hole talking about Phil Gore and Project 168. Lots of stuff. Charlie doesn't feel great about his run. I am turning a corner, I think, and I really want to go out and run. So thank you for all the support, guys. It's getting exciting. I can't wait to start doing speed work with Blake Peter and Connie Lafreniere and Todd and Phil and Charlie and whoever wants to go fast with me at the track. I can't wait to get started, guys. Berlin is coming up and I want to go real low, real low. Let's go. Enjoy this episode, guys. It's a good one. All right, guys, we're here. We're live. Me and Charlie and I in the Running Journey. What are we? August 6th, 2026, TRJ 181. How you doing, Charlie?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. Physically, I'm really, really good. I feel good. So I just finished running with Rob. I'm wearing my shirt today just for the podcast. I thought I would wear it. The nice purple outfits that my daughter's designed. They look good. Nice. I have the most aggressive tan I've ever had in my life. I look like I'm from a different race. I'm very, very dark, got a lot of sun. Feel good physically. The knees good, legs are good. Swelling's down. Emotionally or mentally or whatever you call that, I'm weak, we'll call it. But I knew that was coming and I was kind of prepared for it. I've been trying to do cold shower. My sister suggested what do you call them? Dopamine regulation cycles using cold plunges. Have you ever tried this?
I've done cold plunges, but I've never done dopamine regulation.
Wow.
Plunges bring you back to reality, or what's going on? What's that?
I don't know. I just trust Tanya, our sister.
Yeah.
All this time with her, and I was telling her. I texted her yesterday. I messaged her saying like I'm having a hard time just living right now. The day you get back is very, very hard. And I just doing the groceries or whatever just feels like nothing matters. It's I know you know how I feel, so I don't need to describe it. I'm describing it more for the listeners. Whenever I do these kind of big things afterwards, I always struggle. But I am feeling good physically, and honestly, I just want to run. I just want to go and run right now. And I've never felt that after a run with Rob. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for how I feel right now. I think I could be really fast. I'm excited to run. And I know coach doesn't want me to run for a couple of weeks, but man, I want to run.
Well, good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Run. I got to play an interview here before. So I just recapped. I'm going to play you guys a roughly 10-minute interview here. It's with Phil, our buddy Phil from Project 4. He ended up coaching Danny Bullock to what did she run? A 320 something. And Phil is gearing up for a sub 3. He's a good friend of the pod. And him and I are chatting just after he decided he'd come do 250Ks, back-to-back 50Ks. And we're just going to play this quick interview for you guys, and then we'll be right back. This is day 13 of my run across New Brunswick with Phil. After that, Charlie and I are going to talk about a little bit about Run with Rob, and then we're going to talk about his race. Charlie had a race. Let's listen to that interview with Phil. Okay, guys, this is the Running Journey. Today is day 13 of Run with Rob across Nova Scotia. I look horrible. Is this what I actually look like? This is embarrassing. This is horrible. I need a personal groomer next time
on the next run with Rob, Phil. You don't. You look great all the time. You smell great today too. But
2 for 2?
2 for 2. And you were a great rooming buddy last night. It felt like we were in junior C hockey all over again. Phil and I bunked together at the Brador, what was it called? Brador Inn in St. Peter's
Beautiful hotel.
Bay. Yeah, beautiful hotel. Got my mom and my Uncle Mo here. Are they gonna say hi?
Hey.
Hi.
All right, say hi. You've seen them a lot. They've been instrumental to our success. Their performance is pretty remarkable. At the aid stations, Phil?
They don't miss a beat.
They do not miss a beat. My mom, Phil, I think you need to eat. Did you have any scratch? Annette, I'm good. She's on top of the meds and the knee, and she's just so good to have her on. Thank you, Mom. I love you and appreciate you.
Me too.
You're great too, Mo. You're great too. I love you too. I actually love you too. Pro Mo, he's fun to have her on. Phil, how'd it go out there today? You ran 50K yesterday. So wait, I gotta set the tone here. 50K yesterday on day 12 and 50K today. You wanted to, like, I'm gonna say this, like, I had zero doubt that you'd do this. In fact, I even told you today I think you could do this whole run. You're a sub 3 runner. You've got a lot of miles in you and you're mentally strong. How did yesterday go? So 2 days of 50K in a row, Phil. Day 12, how did yesterday go?
Yesterday was really fun. We had some nice cool weather. Quite a bit of rain in the last 10K, which coincided with some tougher hills in the last 10K, but I don't think we, either of us ever struggled physically yesterday. It was nice and cool and overcast. But today was, I guess, more of the test, right? How would I recover after doing 50K for the first time?
Sorry to interrupt, but I never thought this was a test for you.
Well,
I
but
guess
this
I'm over.
has been 4 years in the making for me. This is my redemption tour from Run with Rob 1.0 in Manitoba when I couldn't make it through my second half in one day.
Phil, you signed up for 4 half marathons for Run with Rob 1.0, and you ran 4 half marathons with me.
Well, I crawled through.
And you're saying it was redemption? I remember.
I'm permanently scarred and have been waiting for my chance to redeem myself. So this running 2 50s back-to-back days 4 years later was my redemption tour.
Okay, but there was no need for redemption. But anyways, I get that you felt that your 4:30 marathon or whatever you did on that first day was insufficient by your standards.
So I definitely was sore in the feet at the end of yesterday. But I feel like I recovered well enough overnight. And I got through today with definitely a bit of fatigue right now in the joints, the knees, the ankles, the hips. Feel tired, but no physical pain.
I mean,
aside from the right foot. The right foot hurts.
You did 12 hours on your feet, so over 2 days. So I mean, you're expected. You're allowed to be a little sore.
Exactly.
That's okay.
It's just it's nothing serious. Just the right foot hurts. It'll feel nice to kick my feet up for
ice bath
the next 24 hours.
Yeah. So yesterday, that was yesterday, and then today. So I'll say this: yesterday, I don't think I had much pain cave yesterday. You were just awesome to run with yesterday. It was 6 hours of stories the whole way. A little bit of quiet maybe around kilometer 44, 45, 46.
Yeah, in the rain.
It was downpour and it was very narrow single lane, no shoulder. This is the toughest stretch by far to run on. Less traffic though, but I mean it is narrow. We saw two cyclists today and I'm like, hopefully they survive because I don't understand why you would possibly be on this road cycling.
There's nowhere for them to bike, yeah.
Like if a semi because they're on the road, so if a semi just kind of, anyways. Yesterday was almost zero pain cave. We did get 2 hours of rain there, hour and a half of rain, and it was downpour rain, which is maybe not that fun, but I mean, whatever.
But it wasn't cold.
No, we just crushed that.
Yeah.
Today, I would say arguably the absolute best day weather-wise. The wind was in our face, but I mean, aside from that, it was a great day.
Yeah.
We started early-ish. Bit of the delay out of the chute there. We didn't have my mom and my Uncle Mo packing our stuff. So it took us an extra 5 minutes to get out of our little hotel. So
The alarm went off at 6:35 for a 6:45 pickup. So yeah, it was a scramble, but that's fine.
Bit of a scramble, but that's okay. Today I had zero pain cave. In fact, I was just telling my mom and my Uncle Mo, I feel like just finishing this right now, doing the last 50K. Right now, I could do it. Let's just finish it, and then we'd have a whole day off. But that's not what we're gonna do. And I just saw you. I ran next to you all day today, and there was. I don't want to speak for you. I'll let you speak. How was it today?
No, today was great. I like running in the sun, but I know for 50K you probably don't want too much sun. So we had a nice overcast, perfect temperature, easy day. I mean, our first 30K was hilly. We were toes in the water to head in the clouds and back down over and over.
This had to be. Have you hit your record yet?
No.
This had to be. I haven't checked my watch yet, but this had to be the hilliest day. I'm positive that today was the hilliest day. Those first 30K?
First 30K.
First 30K were just devastating. And I mean, we were just like, well, whatever, let's go slower. We went effort the whole way. We ended up doing 7-minute Ks all day, which is great. That's fine. That's awesome on a hilly day. And then, you know, we did the same punch card move every 5K. My Uncle Mo and my mama were up there, and we'd get there, and then we'd sit in the trunk, and we'd drink some scratch and eat some brownies and Tim Hortons and bagels and whatever the heck we could get in our body, and then we'd keep going. And today I had no pain cave whatsoever. I think you could do Run with Rob. I believe that. I want to ask you about the I wrote it down in my notes. You talked about the weather. Would you rather run like a tough workout? You talked about like the difference between running in heat and running in the rain.
I'd rather, I like the sun. I know that if you do the same workout in 30 degree weather and 15 degree weather, you're going to run better in the cooler temperature. But I enjoy running in the sun. So to me, there's a mental aspect to the heat. Like people who really struggle in the heat. I know you physically do struggle more, but I think if you have the mental block that the heat, is negatively affecting you, it's gonna hit you that much harder.
Cyclist right here, don't get killed, buddy. No helmet. Okay, so the other thing that was brought up today was pain cave. We talked a bit about pain cave of marathon and 10K and half marathon pain cave versus 6 hours on a highway pain cave. You described it as, well, I'll let you describe it.
Well, I don't think that I really went into the pain cave this, today or yesterday, but to me it's kind of like if you watch a loved one, an elderly person kind of fading. The body goes first, the mind goes first, right? And the pain cave in a marathon or a 10K or a half is your body going, and you can't wait for it to end. Whereas this is the other way around.
No, I think you got it.
Whereas
this is the mind.
This is the mind, but you're acutely aware of everything because you're going slower.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have the fatigue pain cave of your working too hard. It's the pain cave of things start to hurt and you just want to be done.
Yeah, I think this is the absolute ultimate test of will, and you just have to set an obscene goal, which is, I was telling you this today, I don't have a goal. You can't think of the end. You can't think of the end because it never comes. The end will never be here. Yeah. So you have to I'm just going to run forever. In your head, you just have to, there is no end. Meanwhile, when you go out for a 10K or a 15K, mentally you're preparing for that 15K, and when you're done the 15K, that's it. You don't want to do another 3 or 4 or 5K. Well, maybe you're different, but for me, it's like that. So for this, the idea is that the pain cave, it might be the wrong word, because it's definitely not the pain cave like the pain cave I felt at Boston and in London when they're my heart rate's at 172 and I got 4 miles to go, and it's impossible to keep going, and you're just counting the seconds and the steps, and you just can't hold on. This is more like I can't do this.
The road just seems to get longer.
This is never gonna end. Yeah. This is never gonna end. I'm never gonna finish this thing. So it's really like a will desire kind of combo. I do like your comparison though. And then the other note that I wrote, what did I write? Oh no, I already discussed that one. Okay, so I got those two. So what's next for you, Phil? I know you got a big race, October.
Victoria Marathon in October.
Sub 3.
Yeah.
It's kind of great because you're gunning for sub 3 in October. Charlie and I are gunning for sub 3 in late September. We got Blake Peter, who's gunning for. We got Gordo. We got Todd Friesen. We got Kyle Lafreniere. We got a lot of the friends of the pod. There are others. Sorry if I'm brain dead right now, but that are all gunning for sub 3, and it's gonna be fun to like organize some tracks maybe and organize some. Because it's summer, so we can all just run to a track and then do some 800s together and some 400s, and like we did that. That was so fun when we did that. We got kicked out of
in the winter, yeah.
the winter run club. So I'm excited for you to go get that sub 3, and Charlie to go get his sub 3, and Blake to get in Tom. All those guys are going to go get their sub 3s. Colin Lafreniere has his, I have mine, but all of the rest of you are going to go get this first sub 3. So that's coming up in October. So you've already you've been building. What do you think this will do? 100K, 2 days?
I mean, it's certainly not going to hurt. I think
It's definitely going to
help build the base and maybe give my feet a couple of days to recover and then get back to the speed. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so too. So that's it for this. Mo,
Yeah,
any thoughts that you have?
it was a great day today. Probably one of my easiest days. Annette had everything under control. She's a super volunteer. She had everything under control, and I didn't do 50, but I did get 11.28 kilometers today.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mo was walking up and down. Mom did some running today too, some walking. It's our last night.
I was more moral support than anything else today.
I love having you out here, Mo. I love having your support. You're always ready to give me a hug. Tell me I'm doing great. Tell me you love me. I appreciate you, Mo. More than you know. So I'm telling you that. And Mama, I could not do this without you. So, period. End of discussion. There's no way I could do this without you. So, merci.
Man, that was great, eh? Would you?
Yeah, good job, Phil. Wow. 50K just like that, eh?
Just like that, 50K. Yeah. What did you think of that interview, Charlie?
I thought it could have gone in a couple of directions, but yeah, I do like the direction it took. So
Yeah, it's a great direction that it took.
Yeah.
There's so much direction that it took. I felt like we could have gone longer, but we ended up wrapping it up there where we had to wrap it up. Phil did have to catch, I think he had a tattoo appointment. Phil had a tattoo appointment. So we had to drop him off in Sydney. Phil's a beauty. So there you have it. I was feeling good, as you could tell from the interview. I was excited. This day 13, Charlie, I just wanted to go and finish the last 50K. I wanted to catch we had a Sunday night flight and WestJet was striking Sunday morning.
yeah.
So I thought, man, if I run all of the 50K, maybe I can catch a Saturday flight and just make it home. But alas, that was not the case. We tried, but we weren't able to make it. So I ended up booking flights for me, Tyson, and my son. I flew Tyson. Did you know there's an airport in Sydney, Nova Scotia? They fly 2 flights a day.
No, I did not know. No.
So I'm guessing they fly to like all these obscure random spots, but they also fly to Toronto twice a day, 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. So Tyson flew out of Toronto. Alexandra and I flew out of Halifax. We had a direct flight, which was awesome, but obviously WestJet went on strike. I did the smart move of booking the flight the night before. And you know what happened the morning of the strike?
What happened?
There were no tickets left. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought that all the available tickets would have got bought? So we had tickets, and I figured worst case, I get 24 hours to cancel them, right? So my parents are still stuck in Nova Scotia. My parents and
Oh, really?
Mo and
I
Uncle
thought
Sue are still stuck.
I thought the strike had been resolved, but I guess not.
Strike is resolved, but strike did not, like, you still got this bottleneck of people just trying to get home, right? You got to just, you can't just double the flights on the first day. You got to, takes a while. So parents are on their way tomorrow, I think, and wrapped it up. I feel good. I got it done. I'm actually, Charlie, I mentioned this a few times in the podcast, but I'm going to mention it to you, to your face here. I think that phone call we had really, really got me going. I don't remember what day it was, but you called me and I think you were worried about me, or maybe not. Maybe you were just checking in, but you're like, I think you just need to run, man. I think you just need to try it. Like, because I forget what you said, but I remember I got motivated to go out there the next day. I was low on motivation. So I wanted to give you a shout out. Thank you for calling me, and thank you for pumping my tires enough to get me out there.
Oh, well, every once in a while you do something right, I guess.
Who, me? Who, me?
Me. So anyways, no, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for that.
And
no, I phoned you, I think, on the Wednesday. You had walked like 2 or 3 days consecutively. And I was feeling for you because I felt like, man, that's gotta be hard. And I just thought, like, if he runs a little bit, like, he doesn't need to run the whole thing. Like, it'll be easier for him. So that's all I said.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways,
you're
so I'm happy you came around and you're feeling great, and looks like it's going to be a 250 in Berlin. So
yeah, it's in the book. It's in the bank. Locked in the bank. 250 Berlin. I haven't run a kilometer less than 7 minutes in a month and a half, but that's a detail, right? That's a minor detail.
Details, yeah.
I did walk, I don't know what it was, 3 days in a row, and I just remember thinking, I don't know if my daily summaries were capturing this, but I'll tell you, I was like, screw this, man. Like, I'm done with this. I don't need to do this. This is like, why am I suffering and torturing? And like, every step was painful. Why am I doing this all day? All day. I'm just suffering and taking meds. And I was like, I don't need to do this. Why am I doing this? Like, I was just so miserable about the whole thing. And then I kept thinking of, like, if this had been just like a backyard or like bike across Manitoba or something like that, I would 100 million% have quit. The only thing is I was like, oh, I got all these people that are flying in to run, and the sponsors, and like, oh, like the whole thing falls apart if I quit. And I thought it would be more work quitting than going. So I ended up just those 2 or 3 days of walking ended up feeling like recovery, like days off. I know that sounds hard to believe when you're walking for 12 hours, but they were actually like days off, because then I felt a lot better the next day, and the day after I felt better. And then the day I started running was with Tanya and Mama, and Mom was like, let's do a minute here. Let's do 1 minute of running. I was like, I don't know, Mom. And I was like, yeah, like, let's try 1 minute. And we did that. And I was like, ooh, like it kind of held up. So I have this thing where I worry that the knee will just pop again, this tendon. And I would try running. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. It's going to pop. It's going to pop. So I would stop. And then I'd try and I would do that and I would stop. I'd try and I'd stop. So I tried a bunch of times to start and stop, but I wouldn't do it. So then finally I was like, what if I just go through this period where I worry about it snapping and just assume it won't snap? And that's what I did. And then I just took it easy, and I did a minute, then I did 2, then I did 5. And next thing you know, I was running. And then the next day I ran all day. And then by the time I hit day 7 or day 8, I was like ready to go. And I started feeling stronger and stronger. And literally every single day was easier than the prior day. Every single day was easier than the prior day. Remember when Dave Proctor said that on the podcast?
Yeah. I texted you. I said, you'll be in shape by the end.
And that's exactly what happened. I felt so good at the end. And at the end, it's like, I find this is hard to explain because I wanted to quit so bad during those walking days. At the end, I was just like, I want to do another 100K. Like, I want to do another 50 tomorrow. I want to do another 1,000 like this week. Like, this is so fun. It was that I was back to like my old last year mentality where this is a vacation. It's fun. I'm hanging out with my kids. We're doing stuff. We were doing fun stuff every night. So complete U-turn, and pulled it off, and I'm so glad I didn't quit. And got it in the back. And this is the first time I really, really, really faced adversity in my cross province runs, and I'm super glad that I finished. And our sister was a huge part of it too. Tanya gets a shout out. She was so fun to have around too. She was awesome. She doesn't listen to the podcast, but that's okay. I'm gonna pump her up anyways. And of course, Mom is like absolutely just. You've had her for your backyards, right? Like she's on it. She is on it.
You had a pretty good crew there. Yeah.
And what was super fun, you probably got the vibe from this in the last few episodes, but it's like different days, different people, different, day you're running with mini grains, then you're running with Pud, then you're running with your old university buddy, and then you're a work buddy, and then so every day it was just like different, and they just kind of all blended together, and I didn't have any, so it was great. We managed to have every single leg filled, so that's now 4 consecutive years, I think, where every single leg is sold out. So that's fun. Raised a ton of money, and I'm going to stop talking about it now because people are probably sick and tired of hearing about it. But I think it's a big hit, like press conference. I think it was good. So I'm glad I got it done. And now we're going to have fun training for Berlin. But before we get to that, Charlie, before I get to your race, I need to tell the viewers about something you and I have been working on for a while here. This is pretty exciting. This is our first partnership. We have to, I'm pretty pumped about this. We've never had a sponsor on this episode, and you heard it in the intro. So you know that there's a sponsor, you know about Altitude, you know about Altitude Sports. So they're our partner, they're our sponsor. So we wanted to have a partner that was kind of doing the same stuff we're doing, which is, like running stuff, outdoor stuff, camping stuff, a lot of running stuff, a lot of running gear, some back to school stuff for the parents, basically stuff that we could shop at, stuff that we could do. And they approached us and we're pumped. So Altitude Sports is our partner, and they got next day delivery. They're a Canadian company. They're based in Montreal, 40 years experience. There used to be a store right here in Winnipeg, I believe. It's 100% online, the shopping. So you don't have to worry about going into a store. The prices are good because of that, right? They don't have all the, bricks and mortar costs. They got 400 brands, North Face. So on the hiking and / wear side, they got Patagonia, Salomon, New Balance, all that stuff. On the shoe, New Balance. By the way, Hoka's. I ended up wearing Hoka's the whole 2 weeks in my running journey. Just 2 pairs of Hoka's. I rotated them. They got Saucony, they got New Balance, they got Salomon, Asics, Brooks, Ultra. I love my Ultras. Adidas. I was on the website earlier today, and I also saw, what are the shoes that we bought, Charlie? Nordas.
The Nordas, yeah.
Yeah, they got the Nordas. I ended up buying a pair of Nordas 055s, but anyways, Altitude Sports. So we're pumped to have them as our partner. This is our first episode. We're going to do roughly a 3-month partnership with them, where they're going to be sponsoring us. And for all of our listeners, you get 20% off your first order. You use the code Running Journey 2026. How cool is this, Charlie? We got our own code. We made it. We made it as a podcast.
Yeah.
Running Journey 2026 is the code. One word, Running Journey 2026. Delivery the next day. Shoes, runners, everything you need, apparel, gear, brands, District Vision, Satisfy, North Face, Coros, Garmin, Oakley, you name it. They got all your gear. They are our partner, and we are pumped to partner with you guys. So thank you guys for partnering with us. Anything you want to add on that? Otherwise, I want to hear about your race, Charlie.
Not much to add. I mean, I'm gonna go and get some shoes here. I need more shoes, so yeah. So that sounds like it'll work out.
You need more shoes?
Yeah, I mean, so I don't have any fast shoes anymore. I feel.
What happens?
Maybe it's just the runner.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, no, I need some fast shoes.
How would you need some cheater shoes?
Well, so My fastest pair of shoes is probably I have some Adidas, but they're old. I got some.
What are they called again? The Addy Pro Zeros or whatever? Is
Yeah,
that am I
yeah.
having? Oh, I
The
like those.
the bottom is all worn out and whatever. I've got
Meta Speeds.
some 700-mile Alpha Flies, which are great. I've got Vapor Flies. Sorry, I've got newer Alpha Flies, Alpha Fly 3s that I get blisters on. Yeah, I don't really have a race shoe that I really want to wear in Berlin. So obviously I need new shoes.
You got to be excited about what you're going to wear, right?
Yeah. So anyways. How about you? What's your
Okay, so yes, I wore like mall walkers for the last 2 weeks. So I realized that those Hoka Gaviotas that I bought those for the backyard in Utah. I wore them 100 miles. I wore them 100 miles right out of the box in Utah. And then I wore them at Run with Rob last year, and then I wore them again. So they're starting to get pretty flat. Like they must have, I don't know. I love those shoes. They must have 2,000 kilometers on them or something, or 1,500 for sure. They got a lot.
That's a
But
lot.
yeah, well, they got all of, I put 350 plus, maybe it's more like 1,200 kilometers on them. I don't track like I should, like you, but I bought them because like they're the most supportive mall walkers that they had when I went to the Hoka store. To be clear, I am not a Hoka guy. I am mostly a Nike guy, and now I dabble into other shoes. But I love them for these long distance, like multi-day, what do you call them? Multi-day events. By the way, we
Yeah,
have
well,
to talk.
I gotta say the free shoes I got in my race in that where I was sick.
In Phoenix or Tucson, where was that?
Yeah, the Marathon Project. Those are probably my favorite shoes to wear now.
Okay, like fast.
They're not super fast, but they're just
Pumas, weren't they?
They
Pumas?
just feel good to run in. Hoka Prime X.
Oh, Hoka. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not trying to, Hoka's not a sponsor of this episode by any stretch, but if you are running 50K a day for 2 weeks, I think you want Hokas. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, there's so much cushion, so much support, so much, like, feels so good. I will say I bought another pair when I was in Halifax, and I wore them the first or second day. I was rotating pairs, and I got a little bit of a blister at like kilometer 25 or something. And I just looked at my mom and I was like, no, put these back in the box. Garbage. We're returning these. And she's like, really? Like, brand new? Like, and then I was just in a bad mood because I hadn't slept and I was miserable. And I ended up needing an alternate shoe on one of the rainy days, like day 4 or day 5. So I went back to those brand new Hokas, and they were awesome. They were so, I could feel the difference. My Gaviotas with 1,000,000 miles on them and these Bondi 9s, they were so different. The cushioning, the cushioning disappears, I guess. I didn't think, but it definitely.
After a while, like, I don't know, like the old shoes, like they're much better now, but like I remember running on an old pair of like Asics, and it's just like you're running on like your sole feels like a piece of wood, like it gets hard.
Yes.
After a while.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So then I was alternating between the Gaviotas and the Bondis, but I was kind of looking forward to the Bondi days more than the Gaviota days. Anyways, it's probably time those Gaviotas go to the garbage or whatever, because they've served their purpose. But my feet were so swollen, Charlie. So the knee was sore, and as a result of that, I was hobbling, right? So I was walking, and I wasn't able to walk properly. My ankle started swelling, like the dorsiflexion part right on top, whatever you call that, like below the shin. And then I think I started getting a semblance of what shin splints might feel like. You've had shin splints. I've never had shin splints. I don't know what it feels like, but it started kind of hurting up in my shin. And every stride, it was like painful. And then my ankle was so swollen, I couldn't fit in my shoes. Like these shoes were like, I had to like undo the shoes. And I was taking this cream. I was putting this Diplomazac cream or something that my sister had brought. It was like a prescription cream. And I was taking all these anti-inflammatories and painkillers. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I'm saying that the shoes were very uncomfortable on that foot on the first day, but got over it. You asked me about my shoes. Okay, so Hoka's, I think my speed, I think I need a pair of shoes that I'm super comfortable and fast in. I really like I have a Adidas, I think they're called the Adi Pro Zeros. Am I saying that right, Charlie? I'm not good at the names.
Yeah, those are the fast ones. Yeah.
Okay, so I have those, and I think I have my PR in those, and I mean I like them, they work. Or I have a pair of, I think that's it. I got a whole bunch of other cheater shoes that I don't like.
I mean, I would wear those Adidas any time of the day. I mean, they're fast. I know that I love them. They're fast, but they've also got like probably 500K on them, 300 miles, whatever.
Well, let's get you another pair of those, and let's get you jacked for Berlin.
I might. No, I do want to try something else, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
so
I'm not too concerned.
I have a New Balance pair of cheater shoes that I don't like. I have a Saucony pair of New Balance shoes, cheater shoes I don't like. I tried the Meta Speeds. I ran a great run in Tokyo in them. They didn't feel like the best ever. They were just kind of there. Mm-hmm. I still love all my Vaporflies and my Alpha Flies, but they're starting to get a lot of kilometers in them. So
I think you need new shoes too then. But I do like the Sauconys a lot. I have a pair that's got another over 700 miles, and I still and half the upper's gone, and the grip on the bottom half of it's ripped off, but I still love running in them. So those are good shoes. Those are really good shoes.
I don't see myself. Sorry, keep going.
Because I mean, like, if I'm still really love running in them, and they're that like beat up, obviously they're good shoes. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Like, yes, I feel the difference when I go from my Gaviotas to my Bondis on an injured day when I'm doing 500 kilometers. But on a regular Tuesday, if I'm just going out, those shoes feel unreal. And I know I'm not making a PR in them, but they just feel great. So I don't see myself ever like throwing those out. Maybe I'm sure I will, but like, yeah. Have you thrown a lot of pairs of shoes out? I've not managed to do that too often. They kind of just get cycled out of the rotation and they just sit in the closet. I guess that is the graveyard, the back of the closet.
Yeah, I have a specific graveyard where I'm like, hey, this is the last run with you today.
Oh, and you actually like talk about it and announce it at a little moment with your shoes?
Well, no, I never, most of the time it's like, I never really enjoyed running in you, but I gotta get the mileage in to justify the purchase. To justify the purchase.
So I hate
but
these.
You know what? I'm done with you after today. Like, yeah,
because I will have brought the miles per kilometers per mile, cost per mile down to like 4 cents, and that's enough for me.
Yeah. No, once I hit 500 miles.
500 miles, and they're $300-400. Wow, so it's still like $1 a mile. Or $1 kilometer, let's say. Or 50 cents a kilometer? Wow, that's still kind of expensive when you think about it.
Well, 50 cents a kilometer because it's 800.
Well, let's say 50 cents a kilometer. It's still not nothing when you think about it. I had not thought about it that way till just now. Wow. So then you have a little ceremony with your shoes, and this will be the last time. And do you ever sometimes pull them out again after that?
Yeah. So these Sauconys, I had retired them maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And then I brought them back and I ran with, for some reason, they were the only ones around or whatever. And I ran with them and I loved them. And I'm like, okay, well, no, I'm keeping these. These are,
wow, they made it back.
These are beauties. Yeah.
Literally back from the dead.
Yeah.
They were dead.
The reason I put them in the graveyard though was because like I said, like there's a whole plastic part behind the ankle and it just ripped off. I just ripped it off on both sides. So that's no longer there on the upper. And then my grip, half the grip is gone on one of the shoes. So I'm like, I can't really like, once they start, like falling apart. Like I got 8 other pairs of shoes. I mean, don't really need to run in these. So I
You
put them in
brought
the
it back?
graveyard, but then I loved running with them so much that I've done like 100K this month or previous month with those shoes.
Oh wow. I wonder if like they're telling their buddies like, hey, don't ever give up. I was out. All the other shoes in the graveyard. Like if this was like a Toy Story movie or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't ever give up, guys. Charlie came the other day and he wore me and I made it back out there on the road.
Yeah.
If it was like the running shoe movie or something.
Yeah. Well, there are some that I know it's like they're never coming back because I can't stand running in them. Right? Is there any shoes like that?
Oh, absolutely. The stuff I used to buy, like I gotta do an inventory of my shoes. This is I don't know where my shoes are. I don't know what's happening. I feel a little lost with my shoes, and I don't like that I go out. Let's say, like I'm going to go for a run tomorrow. Let's say I won't because Patrick told me to take 2 weeks off, even though I desperately want to go for a run. But like I'm going to go for a run, and I'm just going to decide at the last minute what kind of shoes I'm going to wear, and based on what's there and what's available. And I don't like that. I need to have a better process for my shoes. Do you have a process? How do you decide what shoes you're going to wear tomorrow? Have you already decided what shoes you're wearing tomorrow?
No, I don't. So I don't really. I do have a rule that I just don't wear the same ones back-to-back days for some reason. And then if it's an easy run, I try to wear my non-super shoes.
Unless you want a self-esteem boost.
Yeah, longer, and then there's some that are just reserved for speed workouts, like my Adidas. And
maybe that'll be a project for me this week. Just inventory all of your shoes, put them in order, retire the ones you're retiring, like figure out everything you got. I got some at my condo, I got some at my house, I got some at the gym, I got some at the gym at the condo, and I got some in the basement on the treadmill. I got some in my upstairs. Like I need to figure this out. This is embarrassing. And then I lose shoes. Like you losing a pair of shoes, like what kind of an idiot am I? Like that's not good.
So now that I've got the camper in Falcon Lake, I've now got a portion of so I've got some dedicated to be over there in case I end up biking to Falcon Lake and I don't have shoes.
The one time you might, but yeah. Oh, and I have some in Marchand too. I gotta figure this out. Hey, is your screen, are you looking at the screen? Do you mind dragging it over so we can see your eye contact right in the middle of our...
Yeah, it's my bad side, but yeah, sure.
What's your bad side? Do you think you have a bad side, like looks, or the monitor is your bad side?
One of those two, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry, let's get back to your run for a second. This tangent on the shoes, like I know we got shoe problems that we don't know.
Yeah, we got shoe problems. It's okay. It's our podcast.
Now we have a sponsor to help us with that. But
yes.
Anyways.
Thank you, Altitude Sports.
So
we're done with my run. I think we're done with my run. We're burying it.
No, I have a couple questions. So
okay.
The 50K versus the 42K, was it noticeable difference?
Yes.
Or was it just completely different because you had the knee problem?
I think it's right. Okay, so I immediately said yes, but I think the 50K might have just been harder because I had the knee problem. Because on the last days, I was fine. 50K, like last days felt like, so last year in PEI, I've said this before, I felt so good, so strong. I could have gone another month. Like I felt like I could have gone another month. This year, like the last week, I felt really good. I remember texting you those first days and saying like, or maybe it was in the run club or something. And I said like, wow, 8K more is a lot more. Like it's a lot more than 50 is a lot more than 42. But all I did is I just dropped my pace. Last year I was running 4 hour and 30-minute marathons. This year I was doing like slower than that. I was doing like 5 hour marathons. And that's it. That's all I did. I just slowed my pace down and like literally more miles, less pace. Like I felt it all week. I kind of told myself, Patrick told me a rule on the second day. I said, Patrick, I had a hard time today. He says, yeah, because you went like 165 and it was windy with Donnie Kaler there. And And I said, I don't feel like I recovered. He said, you probably didn't recover because you spend most of your, by the way, he's not saying in this voice. He's saying very kindly. Patrick's super kind and nice, and he would never chirp. He's like, well, maybe because you did his own 4 effort for 3 hours, maybe that's why you're not recovered. But then I passed a rule on the second day.
So, okay.
Go ahead.
Anyways, we'll get to Patrick chirping me after.
Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about your race. I'll answer your question. He said no more, max 140 heart rate for you. Max 140. If you get to 140, walk. I said, okay, that's a fair rule. And watch how much time you spend above 130. And as soon as I did that, it kind of became like it took the decision out of my hands. And now I just, every time I hit 140, I'd walk. So those first days when I started running, I was so out of shape still. I would hit 140 on the uphills. And then I would just slow down. I would walk, whatever. But at the end, I had a day there where my whole heart rate was 108, 110 for a whole day. I was like, man, I'm in good shape. If you can do, for me, that's very low for me. I felt like in good shape relative to where I normally am. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for Patrick to have guided me through that stretch. Quentin, my physio, that I reached out and he just immediately stopped what he was doing and he helped me tape my knee and whatever. And Joel, my personal trainer, he was reaching out to me, helping me. So the support that I was getting was awesome. That was your one question. 50K, was it a lot more than 42? Yes, but I didn't feel it I felt it in the first week, but less in the second week.
Okay. And as far as all the press conferences and the the awareness raising and all the charity stuff, how everything went according to plan there?
It did. And this is, people sometimes ask me is it happening tomorrow kind of thing? No, because these things, unfortunately, they take time. So it's not like there's a tipping point that you could say this day is the day that everything changed. But I think it's like winning a battle with 1,000 cuts. We're going to get to them. And I got an email from the pediatrics infectious disease head of Peds ID PEI, neonatologist. He emailed me during my run and he's like, dude, we're starting a program in PEI. And I ran a year ago PEI, right? So it's going to be a targeted screening program in PEI with a view of making it universal. So it's happening. It just takes time. It took me a year in PEI. New Brunswick, it's moving, but it's not as fast as I'd like. Nova Scotia, I would imagine in the next year or so, we're going to make an announcement and it's going to be like we did it. So it is moving. It's just government, man. It's slow. Yes, it went as planned, though.
All right.
Okay, you want to talk?
Sorry, one more question.
Yeah.
So, and have you thought about, so obviously you're going to want to do this again, I'm assuming. Have you thought about what the next kind of plans are to do something similar?
So we were driving back from the tip of the island. We're going to our hotel with Tyson and Alexandre. And Tyson started talking to me about Project 168 from Phil Gore.
Oh, yeah.
Which we'll talk about in a sec. Maybe I'll talk about it right now. I'll forget my story, but
let's save that for after.
Okay.
Tell your story first.
I was just and we started talking about Dave Proctor and these guys that are doing obscene things. And he's like, well, I was like, well, I'm out of short provinces. If I want to do a province now, I got to do 900 kilometers. Quebec, BC's 1,000. I'm kind of out of short provinces. So, and then we're like, wow, man, that Dave Proctor, he's crazy. 105 kilometers. Wow, could you imagine doing 105 kilometers for 70 days? And I had just finished my race, just finished. And I said, I wonder how many days I could do at 100 kilometers. Could I do, I know I could do one. Could I do two? I could do two. I could do two back-to-back 100Ks, right? Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean.
Could you do three?
Probably.
I think I could do three, right? Could I do 10 and get across BC in 10 days in 1,000 kilometers? And I'm saying this out loud to Tyson and Alexandre. And Tyson's like, he just looks at me and he's like, hey, Rob, you don't have to do this. Because I was it sounded like I was trying to convince myself for next year. Could I do 10? Could I do 10 days of 100K in a row and do BC, or 10 or 9 days and do Quebec? Because I don't want to do a month of 42Ks or whatever. So I just started. So like I had just finished and I was already like run drunk thinking about next year. So man, I don't know. I want to do this again. I just don't know what it's going to look like. And I want to keep raising the bar. Every year I raise the bar. I went from doing 2 half marathons to doing them back to back, to doing full marathons, to doing full 50Ks. I'm increasing my mileage every year. Like, I don't know if I could do 100K for 9 days. Maybe. Like, that seems like a ton, right?
Well, yeah, it would not be easy. It would not be easy. I think you would have to maybe train for it as opposed to just doing it.
Like I did this year. I did more miles in my last 2 weeks than I had done all year. So anyways, I'm openly thinking about this kind of stuff. And last year I came back and I needed like 2 weeks to do anything with my life. From what I recall, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I recall having a long, prolonged, like, man, I'm never doing this again. That was so hard. Like, even though it wasn't that hard, it drains you afterwards. Now I'm like amped about the running. I'm less amped about life. Life feels like it's like hard right now. Like just getting up and just life feels hard. And I think I was texting this kid, Darcy Egan is his name. He is running across Nova Scotia, same time as me. He's doing it for food banks. He started like the last day I did, and we connected on socials, and he saw me, and I've been following him every day, and I've been texting him every day, and we're messaging, and I'm supporting him, and he was supporting me. And he's like running the same mile that I ran like a week ago. It's like it brings it. It's not PTSD, but it's like, oh my God, I remember that when I ran there. But I told him, he says, when are you going to run next? I said, well, Patrick told me to take a couple of weeks off, but I really want to go for a run. And he replied, this kid, he's 21 and he's running across Nova Scotia. He said, sometimes you don't listen to sometimes you're not supposed to listen to your coaches. Sometimes you just go for a run. And I was like, okay, Charlie. So he was like, go for a run. Who cares what your coach says? So anyways, this kid is running across Nova Scotia, and I'm feeling, but let's talk about Phil Gore, and then I want to talk about your race. Or do you want to talk about your race first, then Phil Gore?
Phil Gore first. So I heard it this morning. I only heard about this morning, but he's going to do 7 straight days of running, which is 168 hours. That's all I know about it. I'm sure he'll do it, but like, it's pretty crazy. So
you're sure he'll do it?
Oh, he'll do it. No
problem. Wow. We had him on the podcast, and we had that guy on the podcast. Crazy. And he said, remember, I think one of us asked him, like, where do you see the sport going, or how long? And I think he had said, like, it's going to get to 150 soon, or this is my recollection. Maybe it's not what he said, but we're going to get to like these crazy numbers. They're going to get beat. The problem with backyards is that you have to have 2 guys on the same day that are the best they'll ever be in order to push someone.
Yeah, that's right. He could never do it in a normal backyard because there's no other person that could do it.
When he broke the record at the Cow Gully or whatever he did recently, 119 or 21 hours or whatever, his last yard, it was like 36 minutes or something. Like he had a ton of gas in the tank. So now what he's doing a telethon. He's raising money. And
so you can buy a spot to do a lap with them. I don't know. Wouldn't interest me so much, but I think maybe you would interest you maybe, but
I know I would for sure. I'm supposed to be in Greece at that time, so I can't make it. But
is it like coming up right now? It's coming up like
August 23rd, I think. August 23rd.
You know what? I'm gonna take back. I don't think it's guaranteed. I think it's. I mean, he's obviously setting up the course that is going to be a fairly easy.
It's going to be a flat course, but I mean, he's still.
Yeah. But he's still doing it according to all the rules. Like he was so worried about like being perceived as like, he's not even like, I mean, you're doing 168 yards. Like, don't worry about it. I mean, it's impressive, but he's not like they're doing all the cooking inside his 10 by 10 thing, and they're doing all that.
No one can like throw him a water bottle.
No high fives, whatever.
No high fives. I think he said yes to the high fives.
Oh yeah, yes to high fives. Yeah.
So if you didn't catch this, to repeat, he's doing this as a fundraiser. He's going to, no competition, just him and his 6.16 mile loop, 4.16 mile loop, 6.7 kilometer loop, the exact distance of a backyard. He's calling it Project 168 because in a week, there's 168 hours. So he's going to run for 1 week straight. He's going to run for 1 week straight, every hour on the hour, 7 kilometers. I know he's unbelievable. I know he's the GOAT, but that is like a 30% bump on the record. 40% bump on the record. He's adding 40 hours, 48 hours, 50. He's adding basically what Nick Burmey did to the Guinness record.
Just an extra 50 loops.
Just what Nick Burmey did, like, to win the backyard in Manitoba, he's adding that to the longest distance that's ever been done.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I love how he's approaching this, though. He's just like, I'm going to do this. It's going to happen. Like, I'm going to do it. So, which is probably why we're both like, I guess he's going to do it. Like, clearly he thinks he can do it.
Yeah. There's nothing guaranteed, but yeah.
Holy smokes.
And obviously he'll make sure he has like basically the A-team crew.
I think he's bringing, like, is he allowed to have pacers? No, he's not allowed to have pacers. Just like sponsors. Like, if I were to sponsor, I could go and I'd run 1 lap with him. Yeah.
He specifically said, though, I don't want guys going ahead of me and like making me try to run faster.
No. Whatever you tell me the pace, Phil, we're going to do it. But I can't go. I would definitely, I mean, Australia's a long way to go. He's doing it in Australia, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's in Australia. Yeah.
It'd be a long way to go, but man, I would go do that. How fun would that be? I mean, you know what's crazy? When we did 777, he had just been on the podcast. He and I were texting. I was texting Phil Gore, and he was going to meet us at the start of that race. He wanted to do 20K with us, but they ended up moving the race to the middle of the night. And he ended up saying, well, I can't run at like 1 a.m. What time did we run in Australia? Midnight, or it was middle of the night?
It was late. It was at night. Yeah.
So it was supposed to be, I think, 6 a.m. or something, and they moved it up. So Phil would have come run with us that day. He's like, yeah, I'll come run with you guys. I'll do 20K or whatever. Phil would have just come run with us. That's because we were in, where were we? Sydney? Not Sydney.
Perth.
Perth. And he's from Perth.
They all knew him there.
Yeah. And we would have ran with him had they just stayed to the schedule that day. Phil Gore. Anyways, so now he's running. He's going to do 168 hours. Anyways, that's all I got on Phil Gore. But like, wow, I'm going to follow that. Obviously, we're going to follow that, obviously. And they're just going to raise a ton of money. And I hope he gets it. I hope he does. Let's talk about your race. Remember, we got the 12-minute interview with Phil here too, eh?
Yeah, okay. Well, my race, it's just not that interesting, but I mean, so I did a triathlon, first triathlon in a very...
Pause. I think it is interesting, and I know this is part of our podcast. We talk about the races we do, good or bad. It is interesting.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So for my first triathlon since I crashed my bike, so we'll say it's interesting because of that, maybe. So I basically decided at the last second I was going to sign up. Not the last second, but I started training again. Patrick was coaching me, and I started biking again. And I really enjoyed biking, and I did a bike drunk sign up for this sprint triathlon. I knew it was the qualifier for the world, so I put my name in, whatever. And so I did it over this weekend. It didn't go as planned, but it was, you know what, it got me really into training again. So I think for that reason, I feel like my motivation for racing is not where it used to be. But anyways, the swim, I thought I thought I went hard for the entire swim, and it ended up being so slow.
Long course though.
Maybe a bit. It was like maybe 50 meters long at the most.
But on 750, that's a long.
Yeah, it's a minute, but I was like 5 minutes slower than I thought I was going to get, or 4 minutes slower than I thought I was going to get. So I was really, really slow on the swim. I don't know what happened. I guess you actually have to swim. You can't just kind of like easy jog a swim.
Can't mail it in.
I don't know. Maybe I just mailed it in. Anyways, so come out of the swim. My family's there. It's all good. It's a bit slower than I had hoped. Well, it's a lot slower.
They were angry because it had been 4 minutes later than they were expecting.
No, they had no clue. Obviously,
I know. They had
so I had a smile. Whatever. I go into transition, and I had prepared my transition, and
wetsuit or no wetsuit?
no wetsuit.
Ah.
So I get out of transition, and I get up to the line, and I had practiced this. I practiced the flying mount. So that's like running, and then you kind of just put your butt on the seat, and then you start pedaling. And I had practiced this, and I had it pretty nailed down. But then the race, there was like 10 feet of uphill. And when you're not so good at doing this, the uphill versus the downhill makes a big difference. So I had practiced like on a flat, and all I would do is like I kind of slow down a little bit, jump on the seat, and I was going like 2 kilometers an hour, and then that would just give me enough time to like, start pedaling. But going uphill,
do you pedal before putting your shoes your feet in the shoes?
Yeah, you have to pedal before.
You pedal, you're going, and then you kind of
So I get out, and not bad transition, whatever, and then my wife's watching me, and I just pedal into the ditch.
You pedaled into the ditch? Oh.
Anyway, so it was okay. I just I just like kind of just reset. Like it only cost me like 2 or 5 seconds, at the most 10 seconds maybe, whatever.
Less than in Nice.
Yeah. So then I just go, and then I walk up to the top of the hill, and I do it from the top of the hill. And
from a standing spot, or did you do the?
No, I still did the flying and the whatever. No, I was already on the bike, so I didn't need to anymore, right? Actually, no, I got off the bike because I had to walk up the hill. I got off the bike quickly, and then just redid the flying thing from the top of the hill, and it worked. It was fine. My wife, this was genius. My wife had like sewn in little string. So my problem when I was doing this is like when I put my feet in the shoes, the tongue would like slip in a little bit.
Yes.
So my wife just tied the edges a little bit with some thread. And so the shoes stayed like in the proper form, and it worked really well. But so I slid in the shoes. It worked awesome. I was doing well. But the course, so I had practiced the course like before the race.
This is where again? Boissevain.
Peace Gardens.
Peace Gardens.
Border of the US and Canada. It's actually an international zone.
Southwest Manitoba.
You can go in that Peace Gardens park, and you can go to the States without having to go through without having to go through borders or whatever. So the bike course actually was half in Canada and then half in the US. But I had practiced the Canadian side of the course, and I knew that it was like, I don't know how to explain this road, but it was like very narrow and very windy and a lot of up and down. And also like rough. Like the road was rough.
Not a
like
great.
It was like this wide. It was like my arm's width. Like it wasn't very wide at all. But a good thing I'd practiced. But my whole strategy of like, for me, like triathlon, usually I'm like, I try to just put down the same power the whole way and push through. So I think the combination of, okay, you're going up and down hills, and you can't really push that hard down the hills. You can, like the second loop I did a lot more because I was more comfortable. But whatever. So that I couldn't really push a normal amount of power. I was just kind of pushing a bit harder going up the hills, and then I would like kind of steer them. There were some sharp turns and whatever, but I was passing everyone, whatever, because my swim wasn't great. So my classic swim enough so that you can pass people the rest of the race. Swim slow enough. If you swim slow enough in triathlon, you can pass people the rest of the race. Anyways, so I pass people on the bike. I go and do my second loop, and for some reason I got rattled. One person told me, stay on the left. I knew you had to stay on the left to do another loop. It was 2 loops of 10K, okay? And I knew you had to stay on the left to do another loop. And then, so at some point, there's a guy that said, stay on the left to keep going, to do another loop. And I did that. And I was like, okay, I'm good now. And then, but the turn was actually further. And I got confused and I went towards the start line. And I'm going full speed down the hill towards the start line. And I'm like, I don't think I should be. I immediately realized I'm going the wrong direction. I should have turned. So I have to like slam on the brake. I'm going like probably 50K an hour here down the hill, slam on the brakes, like slow down, slam on the brakes, turn around, have to go all the way back up the hill and then do the second loop. So that cost me probably at least, I would say, a minute, because just the slowing down of going up the hill.
So what happened? He was talking to someone else?
No, he was talking to me, but he meant stay on the left for the turn that's coming up. That wasn't the turn he was talking about.
Okay, but that's a little confusing, I'd say.
Yeah, but I mean, no one else took the wrong turn. So
You're
obviously,
yourself.
And I knew the course. I knew exactly the course. It was like, so anyways, it was just a dumb move. So anyways, I kept going. And like, at this point, I wasn't really into the race that much. Like, I was enjoying it, the course. It was like a very nice course, but I wasn't like, okay, I'm going to destroy myself to get a good result, because I knew I wasn't going to get a good result. But anyway, so I finished the bike. The bike was super fun. Like, there was a couple spots I hit over 65 kilometers an hour going down hills. And and then doing sharp turns. And I realized, okay, I'm not so bad at this. I'm pretty good at biking. Like, I meant like handling the bike and all that. Like, I was handling it really well. I mean, but I felt like I could have pushed harder. Like, a lot of times I was like not pushing very hard. So that one was okay. And then got to the run, and the run kind of, again, I went a little hard on the run, but not so hard. It was only like 4.3K or something. So I didn't realize it was that short. Anyways, I averaged like 440 a kilometer for the run. Yeah, so that was my race. It was fun. I ended up finishing 8th. I won my age group because I was the only one in it.
We don't have to tell everyone that.
Yeah. So qualified for Worlds. Qualified for Worlds. But so what I was going to tell you is like that the comments that Patrick, so he basically was like, did you try in this race?
Hey, were you?
He didn't say it like that, but he said it in a little bit of.
Would it have been like, I see that you had 250 watts on average here. I'm wondering if you something.
No. Anyways, yeah. So maybe it's more my interpretation, but like, I know I could have pushed a lot harder, both on the bike and the run and the swim, actually, but sprint is not my thing. I don't think. Like, I need longer distance where I can just like go close to my max for a long time.
Yeah, you can hold the max power for way longer than others.
Yeah, like I could have done another 8 loops at that speed of the bike course. Like, it wasn't hard. Like, it's not like I feel like I didn't bike hard. Like, I could have done another.
I have no interest in doing a sprint triathlon. Like, no interest. There's just it's just so much overhead for very little running and biking. Well, running mostly, but like to do all that for like an hour. What would this have taken you? An hour? Hour and 20 or something?
Hour 18. I was hoping to do like under 110.
Like an hour's worth of work for all this.
Yeah. So it was a lot. But anyways, it got me training. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention my transition off the bike. So you do the last turn into the finish line. It's all downhill, and it's like, oh, I'm already at the finish line. Like, and I'm going like 50 kilometers an hour down the hill, and I'm like, oh, I have to take my shoes off, and the finish line is like. So anyways, I didn't have time to take my shoes off, so I like slammed on the brakes to slow down. So
you have a short window to get off the bike, right?
Yeah, you have to get off before the line, and I had to make a decision. Like, okay, am I going to take the shoes off in transition, or do I take them off now? So I slammed on the brakes so I could take them off before getting off the bike, and I think it was the right decision. but then like my transition wasn't very smooth, and and I go and I put my bike on the rack, and I'm like, okay, start putting on the shoes, and then I see these are not my shoes. So
Wrong spot.
yeah. So then I like, okay, I had my helmet off, put the helmet back on
Because you can't walk around without a helmet.
So put my helmet back on, grab the bike, move it further on, and then put my shoes on. And then these Alpha Flies, it took forever to put on. So my T2, I wasn't happy about either. And then blisters because of these. I'm not doing Alpha Flies anymore for these. If I'm going to run barefoot, I'm going to go with my old Sauconys that I talked about earlier.
Oh, barefoot, like the Olympic Guinness triathlon. Oh, you mean barefoot, like no socks?
Yeah. So because it's such a short triathlon,
you could have actually run that barefoot.
I probably could have
4K. Like,
yeah, the surface wasn't. It would have been rough.
Yeah,
it would have been doable, but rough.
Okay.
So yeah, it was fun. But now I'm looking forward to Berlin. So
yeah. Okay, we'll talk more about Berlin next week. I got 2 stand-up comedy shows while I was on the road. Did I tell you this?
Oh yeah, I think you told me. Yeah.
So Gore Mitchell, our running buddy, his buddy Chad was doing a show in Halifax. Gord reached out, connected me with him. He's like, yeah, I'll let you do a tight 7 as an opener. So I did. I went to the Halifax Live Comedy Club the Saturday night, finished running, dinner, went to the comedy club, did my show. Cheese was there and Donnie Kaler were there. They were in the crowd with their wives. It was great. And I did my little 7 minutes there and it was good. But then what happened is on the third last night, we were in Bradau, Lake Bradau. Tanya was there. We had the whole family. Phil was there. And they were having some sort of show. And they had like an Anne Murray impersonator. And they had like a, what's the guy's name? I Walk the Line.
Johnny
Cash impersonator. And all these shows. It was like open mic. And then someone in our group's like, hey, what time's the stand-up comedian on? I said, we never get stand-up comedians on. So, do you want one? And the guy's like, sure. Do you know one? And then I was like, yeah, I did a show in Halifax. And he's like, oh, yeah, how many minutes you want to do? I was like, how many minutes you want me to do? He's like, whatever you want. Like, no limit. Do whatever you want. So I said, okay, I'll do 12. I ended up doing like 15, I think. But it was way more fun because that crowd was lively. They were half in the bag. They were all locals. They'd never seen a stand-up comedian. We're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Not they'd never seen one, but they probably hadn't seen one at that bar. And I did 12 minutes, and it reminded me of I got a bid on the barefoot marathon, but it was fun. And then I got up and I did some karaoke on the last night. But I was reminded of that. Should we save our Berlin talk for next week? Let's save our Berlin talk for next week.
Yeah.
We're already well past an hour here. So listen, I know you just kind of get what you get out of it. I think this thing, sprint, you lose a minute in transition, you lose a minute on a bike here. Next thing you know, you're like percentage wise, that's a big percentage of time on a sprint, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't ever recovering from the slow swim. That just wasn't going to happen. So
yeah, the time was out the window.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, screw this. I don't need to max effort this. Like, it's going to be 117 or 116 or 118. Who cares? Probably, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because it felt really hard at the time, but at the same time, I know I didn't bury myself like I would have for like a 5K race. Like, when you're like jacked up for a 5K race and you're so pumped and you just like put yourself through. I don't know. Have you ever done a 5K? Like, you've done 1 or 2, I think maybe 1, but like
I did 2 that I went all out for. We did our 5K.
Yeah, it's painful, right? Like,
it's painful.
Like I didn't get to there, which so I think. But you have to be like, you only get a few of those a year.
Chances to do it, right? Chances.
Well, no. All I'm saying is like, you're only going to be mentally strong enough to do it a couple times a year. Whoa. Is what I would say.
Interesting take.
Yep.
I was thinking of what you said. I was thinking, like, when I was down there on the run, I was thinking, what a waste this year has been. I was like, I can't even run across Nova Scotia. I'm going to quit this. I've done barely any kilometers. I'm like, I blew 2026. Like, I didn't do anything. This is a complete failure. And I thought about your comment. We're like, wow, you got 2 sub-3s at majors under your belt. And I was like, oh yeah, and I'm going to get 2 more. I'm going to get Berlin, and I'm going to get, okay, yeah, no, this is not a failure of a year. And then I ended up rallying and getting through it. But I was listening to, last thing I'll say, the Inspired Souls podcast, and she had this guy on, and he was talking about how races, it's like how so hard it is to get every variable right on a race day. And it just got me so excited for Berlin. I don't know why it got me so excited for Berlin, because I now think that I'm going to do a good time. Obviously, my mind has convinced me that I'm going to good time. I'm going to reach out to Patrick. I'm going to ask him when I can start running, and if he says like 2 weeks, I'll push back gently, and see if I can, or I'll just go for a run. What are you running? Are you doing speed work this week? Are you doing a long run this weekend?
Not much this week, but like, yeah, this is the other thing. So Patrick, so I did 20K the day after the triathlon, and it felt super easy. It felt like I felt good. Like it's starting to come back, whatever. And Patrick's like, oh, I guess you didn't empty the tank yesterday.
Oh.
Something like that. No, he didn't say it that way. He said, oh, I guess you had lots in the tank left.
Ouch.
Yeah, you're right, Patrick. Oh, well.
Nah, you know what, though? What do we got? We got 7 weeks to Berlin? Is that what we got?
I think about that. Yeah, 7 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make them all count. And Phil wants to, I'm going to start doing track whenever I can, probably next week. Whoever wants to come, Phil and you. And
I'm kind of upset I don't have a track workout this week, actually. I need one.
What day of the week are you thinking of doing track?
I'm supposed to do it normally it's Tuesdays for me.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well,
I'll do something.
Do something. And then next week.
Surprise, Patrick.
Surprise, I didn't listen to you. Okay, anything else, Charlie? We'll wrap this up here.
No, congratulations on doing Nova Scotia.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll talk again about Berlin.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I can't wait to run with you and Phil. There's actually a huge crew of people that are doing sub 3 or trying to do sub 3 of guys that we know in our group.
Oh, I'm trying to do sub 3:30. So
I hate. Stop that at 3:30. No, we're going for sub 3, right, Charlie? Right? Stop that.
We'll see how it goes. I'm not there, and I'm not even close.
I know, but you can get there.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you to our sponsor, Altitude Sports. Go check them out. Running Journey 2026 is your code. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate you. Don't hesitate to give us a 5-star review. It helps us grow the channel. And remember, if you're doing a cross-province run, it's more miles, less pace. And apparently triathlons too. No, what was it? Less pace?
Just miles? Just chill if ever
just chill.
You do a sprint triathlon.
Don't do sprint triathlons. That's the answer. Sorry if you like doing sprint triathlons. I don't like doing sprint triathlons. I don't know if I've ever done one. It's so short.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out. Cheers.
Cheers.